Hey, good day everyone, welcome. Today we're going to do another stream. We're going to do a relax yoga. So take your time settling in. If you have a yoga mat, you can use that. If you don't, then anything will do basically. For the relax yoga, you don't really need a grip. So you can also use a rug or a few towels. Just make sure that your surface is soft so you can enjoy the exercises instead of just, being very uncomfortable. Otherwise, if you have a blanket, you can roll it into a bigger roll or smaller roll. If you have a bolster, yoga bolster, you can use that for the first exercise. Let's get started. So let me get my bolster. I got a yoga bolster. It's a little bit more firm and it's bigger than, if you roll a mat or a blanket or anything. Just you can put it in the same direction as your mat. Just put it like this. And then place your hips or your lower back almost onto the roll or on the roll. It doesn't really matter. If you have some lower back problems, you can bring some space between the roll and your lower back so you don't bend that much. Or you can just skip it all together. Place the soles of your feet together, so knees come to the outside. Hands on either side of the roll, and just slowly place yourself over that roll. Okay, so you are having some kind of a back bend really. You can place your hands outwards a little bit. That way your shoulders can roll open and it's easier to just lay like this. Take some time in this exercise. Take some time to feel if it's okay for you. If you need anything else. So if you need, for example, if you need a little bit more depth, then you bring a bigger roll. If you need less, then just lay on the back. You don't have to open, okay? This is fine if you feel good, but it shouldn't compress too much. So it's a nice stretch on the front, nice compression in the back, but not too much, okay? So try to find for yourself if you want to change this first pose, because we're going to stay here for a little bit, just to give the body some time to adjust, to give the mind some time to adjust, and to focus on our breath. So try to bring your attention to your breath, and maybe in this pose you already feel that the breathing is quite easy. If you really relax, then every in and exhalation is going down all the way to the belly, quite easy. But it's very important for that you relax, okay, so that you kind of hang. Let yourself sink into this pose. Don't try too hard. And just keep breathing. Try to bring the breath in and out, slowly, steady. And try to enjoy the openness at front of the body. Openness in the lungs, the openness in the belly, the hips. And just keep on breathing. Try to relax your face as well. If you feel you have some tension in your face, try to release that tension, to relax the jaw, the cheeks and the mouth. And try to keep the eyelids closed softly, without squeezing. Same goes for the forehead and the frown you may have between your brows. Just let it go. Try to make your body soft. Relax yoga class is always about relaxing, of course. And the way we do that is by trying to soften the muscles. Try to ease the breath. Ease the mind. And also by stretching and sometimes compressing the white tissue. So the fascia, the ligaments, the tendons. Very difficult if you have to sneeze to relax. There we go. So the white tissue is very inflexible. which is good because it protects all your joints. But it's nice to keep it a little bit soft, otherwise it's going to be painful. For example, the lower back can be very painful if the white tissue is going to be very inflexible. So in relax yoga, that's also an important part of the plan, to focus on the white tissue. And we do that by staying a little bit longer in the poses, by putting some pressure on the joints. You're going to come out of this pose by slowly rolling to one side. So you roll off your bolster, of your towel, whatever it is you're using, roll to one side and then take away the bolster and roll back onto your back. So you can place your entire back, lower back, upper back onto your mat. You can place the feet outwards a little bit and let the knees hang inwards so they can lean onto each other. You can place your hands on your belly. Just continue your breathing. Try to feel if your breath changes. If it's still okay, if you want to do anything different, just keep breathing. And then you can bring your knees in. You can pull them towards you as much as you want. You can do that very softly or very firmly. And try to make little circles. We do that a lot because it helps the lower back to relax. It helps to kind of massaging the lower back. But also if you have problems with your digestion, for example, this can help because you're also massaging your bowels, your intestine. Try to bring them on both ways. And just keep breathing. You can make those circles as small or as wide as you want. You can place both of your feet onto the floor. And we're gonna tilt the pelvis, okay? So, I don't know if it's hard to see maybe, but you can make a very hollow back, where you can place the entire back onto the floor, and then you push the navel in and you tilt the pelvis upwards. So we're gonna make this motion, going up and down. So you roll the lower back from front to back, or up and down over the mat, by using this motion in the pelvis. You use your legs, maybe your belly a little bit, so when the pelvis comes up, you push your belly down, and just keep rolling. Again, as fast or slow as you want. Keep breathing along the way. And if you want to come up, you can roll onto your side and slowly push yourself back up, or you can hold your knee cavities and just roll yourself back and forth. You can do that a few times. If it's okay for the spine, keep your chin towards your chest and just roll a few times until you're ready to sit up. So, there we are. Maybe we're going to use this one later, so I'm just going to leave it here. There we go. Okay. If you want, while sitting up, you can use something under your hips if you want. Otherwise, just you can sit like this, both fine. And you can place both of your fingertips to the floor. If you want to roll your head, you can do so. Keep the arms stretched out, shoulders relaxed. And just roll your head side to side, or you can bring your nose left to right. You continue doing yoga or any kind of exercise, you'll learn to notice in your body what you need. It can differ per day, and sometimes you will feel like, oh, if I'm stressed I always get this pain or this discomfort, and you'll learn how to fix it. How to make it a little bit more soft, easygoing, relax. And you can bring your hands onto your knees, so we're gonna roll our back again. When you breathe out, you can hang all the way back. You make a very round spine. Let the head relax. Just breathe. And when you breathe in, roll back up. All the way, open the chest, so you're making a very round, hollow spine. You can bring the shoulder blades together, so you bring the shoulders a little bit back. This way you open the entire front, okay? And when you breathe out, slowly come back down. So use that rhythm. When you breathe in, you come up. And when you breathe out, you relax back down. So keep going. Just this rhythm. Up and down. Today we're just going to do a lot of exercises for the spine again. So we're going to use our entire spine in just a few exercises to relax. And you can do them as long as you like. You can write them down and just stay in them for 5 minutes if you want or more. But right now we're going to do them just a few minutes just to get a taste, to show you what it's like. Now we're going to make a circle. So when you're up, come to the front. And then sideways we're going towards the back. So it's the same rhythm. When you breathe out, you go to the back. And when you breathe in, hollow, round the spine, breathe out, all the way towards the back. Try to keep the weight on both of your sitting bones. Okay, so you shift your weight, of course, from left to right when you make a circle. Try to keep them both on the floor. When you're back in the front, change direction. Okay, so we're going to go the other way. Again, make a bit, sorry, you can make the circles as wide as you want. You can make them as fast or slow as you want. It's all up to you, really. This is your party, so make it your own. And you can make the circle smaller just until you feel that you found the middle again. So the center really just balanced. Breathe in, deep breath out, just relax again where you are. And I'm going to go sideways. You can bring the hands outwards and then lift the left hand all the way up. And then slowly start bending towards the right. You can place the right hand on the floor. If you want, you can bring it a little bit further from the body so you have a little bit more support. And then you just bend sideways, as far as you want. Keep the left sitting bone on the floor and the left hand stretched out diagonally. So you make a long side. So you stretch the side and we're bending the spine sideways. Try not to lean forward or backwards, so only towards the side. So we're going to do all directions for the spine. And then when you breathe in, try to come back up. Use your muscles. Out, bring your hand down. Breathe in, next hand up. And again, we're going to go sideways. Keep that stretch. All the right side is being stretched towards the left. Again, as far as you like. You can either bend your left hand or your left arm if you go very deep, or you can put it even farther away and just stretch a little deeper. Okay, so however feels good for you, try to keep that in mind. There is no limit and there is no need. So you can choose all the time. Again, when you breathe in, come up. Breathe out, bring down. We're going to do it one more time. Let's just do it one more time. If you want, you can move a little bit. Okay, so if you want to keep this exercise a little bit more dynamic, just keep moving into that direction. Sometimes it eases the pressure a little bit, okay? So if the stretch is very intense for you, it helps to keep a slight movement in the pose. It makes it less intense for the body. We're going to do the same thing again one more time onto the other side. Sideways, and just if you want to move, you keep it very soft. Keep breathing, so try to relax the belly as much as possible and keep the breathing down. And then slowly come back up again. And when you breathe out, release both hands onto the floor. And just relax your shoulders. Maybe you want to wiggle them a little bit or roll them a little bit. Every movement you want to make in between the poses, just go ahead. Your body will tell you what it needs, what it wants, what it likes or dislikes, so just go with that. Okay, you can always listen to that and just ignore what I say or what I do. We're going to make a twist. You can bring your hands in front of your heart, or your sternum really. So they're like almost touching or touching in the middle. And then we're going to twist from left to right. We're going to keep our hands together in front of the sternum. So they don't move individually from your body. You just move your spine. And it's a very small twist for most of us. Okay, so if you don't use your shoulders to twist even further, if you have no grip on your knees or on the floor, the twist is usually very small. That's okay. We want to wake up the spine, we want to give it a little, give it a little range really. But we don't want to push it, we don't want to force it, it shouldn't hurt. Okay. Try to come back to the middle. And now we're going to keep the lower body still, and we're just going to move the shoulders. So now your hands are actually doing the work, your arms are doing the work. Your hands move from left to right, and the lower body, lower back is actually quite still. Try to keep the elbows up and relax the shoulders, so you don't squeeze yourself all the way up. Relax the shoulders. Okay, so it's very important, otherwise it's going to hurt like hell on your neck, on your head. So keep some relaxation in this movement. Keep breathing. And come back to the front again. And then relax the arms. Okay, relax the shoulders. Let them hang, shake them out, whatever you feel like doing. So, okay, you ready? We're going to do one more twist. You can bring the arms up, stretch them all the way out. And when you breathe out, one arm goes to the front, one arm goes to the back. When you breathe in, you come back up. And when you breathe out, you go towards the other way. Other hand to the front, other hand to the back. Keep breathing. Again, try to keep the belly a little bit relaxed. You might need some tension if you're sitting up straight, but not too much. Not so much that you feel the breath is being compromised. And then once you're on one side, doesn't matter which, you can stay there for a little bit. You can keep it like this with your hands on the floor. But if you like, you can place your front hand to the opposite knee. So you have a little bit more grip in this twist. But try not to pull too much on the knee, okay? So you want to keep it soft. Try to relax your shoulders. Try to relax the arms for as much as possible. The legs. And when you breathe in, you can bring both hands back up. And when you breathe out, let both of them come down again. And again, you can place the front hand on opposite knee. Deep breath, slowly, softly. Try to enjoy. It's very important that you don't see it as a task, as something you have to do. Sometimes it is, but if you can find an element of play in the yoga practice, it helps a lot. Makes it a lot easier. If you can let go of targets, something you should get from this exercise, just have fun with it, play with it. When you breathe in, all the way back up. And when you breathe out, relax down. And you can come onto your hands and knees. So you can just roll forward basically. Place your hands and knees on the mat. And then you can bring your hips towards your heels. You can let the hands extend to the front, or you can bring the hands behind you alongside your body. So we're going to child's pose. And there are variations where you can do this. If you want, you can place your hands under the head. In this pose, we have extended child's pose where we keep the knees outwards, and in this pose we try to keep the legs together. So the belly can rest on the legs. That way, when you breathe, you might feel that the lungs extend more towards the back, with some more action in the upper back, the ribs, the spine. So try to feel, if you can, notice that the breathing changes and that the movement in your body changes, in your torso. It's more towards the back because the belly is compressed against the upper legs. The chest might be a little bit compressed, and that's okay. Just try to keep the breathing as steady and as slow as before. Just be with that feeling. Even if it's a little bit uncomfortable, that's okay. Give it a try, see how it works. And slowly come back out of child's pose. On hands and knees again. And then you can extend that pose all the way until you can lay down on your belly. I have to adjust my microphone a little bit, otherwise it's going to be messy. So there we go. Place your elbows under the shoulders. And you can do that by holding the elbows for a second. If you hold the elbows and you could just place your fingers around your arms, your elbows are about shoulder wide apart. So if you can't, bring them more in, so they are under the shoulders. Very important, otherwise your tendons, your ligaments, your elbows are overstretched. And just place your hands in front of you on the mat. Relax in this pose, and it's a pose for the lower back. So the spine is being compressed in the lower back. If that's okay, you can leave it right here. If it's too much, just place the hands forward a little bit. That way you feel that your lower back is getting less and less hollowed. I'll get there. If it's not enough compression for you, place your hands a little bit further outside, to the outside of your mat, and come onto your hands. So you bring the elbows off the mat. That way you are in a seal pose, which gives a lot more compression to the lower back, so make sure you can relax in this pose. And if you feel it's too much, halfway you can always come back to Sphinx. This is a Sphinx pose. Keep breathing, take your time. Even if the lower belly is compressed against the mat a little bit, it's okay. Feel how the rest of the body will make that movement. So if the belly can't move with the breath, it will go towards the spine, it will go towards the sides. It might go up a little bit more. It's no problem. As long as you don't let it confuse you, and then the breathing will change. And if you feel like you can just keep that same rhythm, that same easiness in your breath, it's very comfortable for the body. It doesn't matter if the belly is compressed. And try to relax from here onto the entire front of the body, so you can rest your hand on your hands if you like. Sigh a few times or yawn if you feel that need. And just relax your entire body onto the floor. Take a moment here. And then again you can roll onto your back. Oops. You can place your hands under your hips and come back up a little bit. So you're on your elbows with your hands under your hips. And you can make a very round back, so you push the belly out, you push the chest out, and you can let your head hang down if you want to. You can stretch your feet all the way away from you. So we're going to make a fish pose here. In this fish pose you can close your eyes. It's better if you're hanging upside down with your head to keep your eyes closed. Try to breathe slowly in and out. If it's uncomfortable, you can go lower, as low as you like, and let your head rest on the floor. It's just a different pose. Otherwise, you can bring up the chest, bring up the belly, open up, stretch yourself out. And when you breathe out, slowly roll yourself back onto the mat. Relax on the mat. If you want to bring your knees up again, just do so. Relax the hands on the belly, on the floor. And take a moment here again, after the pose, to feel maybe it does something special to the body or to the mind. And it's your experience, so whatever you feel is okay. There's no rule for that. And we're going to go into a banana. So we're going to make ourselves stretch left and stretch right. You can bring the arms all the way up and over the body. So the thumbs are touching the floor again. If that's too much for the shoulders, bend the elbows and you can bring your hands under your head. It's a very nice pose as well. Otherwise just keep them stretched out or hold your hands together, that's fine too. And then we're going to walk our feet towards the left. Hips are staying in place, both of the buttocks stay on the floor. And then we're going to move our shoulders, our upper body and our arms in the same direction. So both going towards the left. The hips are staying on the floor. And again, you can hold the hands if you want to. And if you don't have enough stretching in the right side of the body, you can always bring the right foot over the left foot so the ankles are crossed. And you might feel you need a little bit of tension or strength. Sorry, not tension, strength somewhere. Not too much. So try to keep it as soft as possible. Keep breathing. And you might want to feel like a banana, hanging from a tree somewhere in the sun, just chilling, just chilling. Oh, very nice. You can see the beach from here. I can see my friend, coconut. Very nice. Well, you know what, we can do a banana on the other side as well. So we can bring ourselves back, stretch ourselves out so we're completely straight again. And from here, let's go towards the other side. So let's bring our arms and our shoulders, our upper body towards the right. And let's walk our feet with our legs stretched out towards the right as well. As far as you like, and if you need more, place the left ankle over the right ankle. Try to relax the belly, relax the back. Head is on the ground. If you want to use a pillow under there, just go ahead. Again, there's always in any pose something you might need. Give yourself that. You can give yourself anything you like in yoga. Especially in relaxed yoga, use your props, use your pillows, your blocks, your cushions, your blankets, anything you want to make it as comfortable as possible for you. So anything you need to really relax, to let go. Give yourself permission, that's okay. It will only better your pose, it will only make it nicer for you. And then slowly come back. Again, back to center. Let's get a straight line again. And then you can bring the hands all the way back down. Let them rest on both sides of your body. You want to place the feet outwards a little bit, away from the midline. You can do the same with the hands, or you can let them rest on the belly for Shavasana. Anything that feels most comfortable to you is okay. And if you want, again, take a few moments to yawn or to sigh. Bring that complete surrenderness in the body. That complete surrenderness to gravity, to heaviness, and letting go of tension, letting go of anything you might think you should do right here. All you can do is just relax. Enjoy laying down. Enjoy letting go. You can smile if you want to. Yoga can always be done with a smile. Inside or outside. You can just smile. It's such a nice moment to just take that care of yourself, give yourself a little bit of love. And it's like it all comes together in Shavasana. At the end of the class, everything comes together in that moment of silence. So I'm just going to be silent for a little while and let you enjoy your own Shavasana. And let's come back together. Let's wake up the body again, make it a little bit more active by moving the feet, the hands, the head maybe. Stretch yourself if you want to. Or bring your knees up. Maybe there's another exercise, another way of moving that suits you right now. Just go for it. Wake yourself up again. Slowly activate the body. And when you're ready, you can roll onto your right side. Preferably, if not possible, just roll to the left. And push yourself up into a seated position again. Take your time. Okay. Once you're there, use a pillow or a blanket again to sit on, anything you want. If you feel like sitting on the floor is not your thing. Take a few breaths. Find your position, find your way. You can let your hands rest on your legs, your knees, or your lap. Anything that feels good right now. You can close your eyes and keep that rhythm of very soft, deep, easy, natural breath. So the breathing shouldn't change. It might get even easier, it might get even slower, that's okay, but you don't have to steer that breathing. Just let the in and exhalation come on its own, in their own time, and enjoy the softness of your body. So bring your attention towards your body and try to be curious about what you feel, without judgment. Just to try to feel what happened, and maybe there are things that changed during this class, and maybe nothing changed, or maybe things got a bit worse or more painful. Try to notice that. And if you keep having pain later on, then try to find out if the exercise might not be for you, or if you went too far and should take it easy next time. Just breathe and feel. And then you can bring your hands together in front of your heart. And realize for yourself what yoga is for you. Yoga is about oneness, it's about union. The oneness inside you and the union between you and other people. And the union, the oneness you have as part of this world, as part of this creation. You are a part of everything, and everything is a part of you. You can thank yourself for giving yourself this moment of self-love, self-care, a moment of rest maybe, or exercise. And just give yourself a smile. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you another time. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for this class again. I still love giving these. If you have any questions, you want to share something, you have feedback or requests, something you'd like to learn, or something you noticed during these poses that would help you a lot, please just let me know. So leave something in the comments, and then I can answer that. Otherwise, I hope to see you next time. We're back again tomorrow morning at 8:45 for another class. Have a good day.